What's really important about Tacoma and very special about Tacoma is that we are a city that loves everyone who lives here, and we take care of everyone who lives here. And one of the organizations that's near and dear to my heart that does that work is the Rainbow Center.
You know, the Rainbow Center is a community institution that has been around for a while now, and some of my most vivid memories of the Rainbow Center is being the place we gather at times of major tragedy or concern in our community.
When it was founded, it was a place where people could go and be safe being themselves, whereas back at the time in the 90s, it was a challenge sometimes for queer people to be themselves at work, at home, in public spaces. And so it was a real need for individuals who wanted to come and meet other people and be completely who they are. The ways in which it's changed is now they're a beacon of hope when it comes to advocacy for employment discrimination, for housing discrimination. Individuals who are trying to get their needs met and they're treated differently or othered just because of who they are. The focus is more on helping people meet basic needs, and the clients that we serve have shifted over time. There are a lot of more diverse people who come to the Rainbow Center who have immigrated from other countries. We have more people in general that identify as BIPOC, and it makes a difference in those who serve them and how they are served. And Rainbow Center has evolved during that time to try to make sure they both reflect those they serve as well as meet the needs of those they serve.
Rainbow Center offers this really safe, welcoming place where we have a bunch of resources on hand, and if we don't have the resource someone needs, we can get them the resource they need. We can point them to the group because we work really hard with our community partners and with other nonprofits in the area to make sure that we're able to cover all the stuff that we can't do ourselves. All the people I've talked to who have come through the Rainbow Center really appreciate that there's a place that is safe, that is welcoming, that is enthusiastic about being queer and having queer people in our space. The Rainbow Center is something that people want to be a part of. They want to be engaged, and they want to bring even more LGBTQ events, education, and just experiences to the community.
I try my best to see the individuals that actively come in and actually look at them and into their eyes, and that is my primary way, as it's a really big way that people have been avoidant with a lot of contact since the pandemic, and I try my best to instill a welcoming environment to just have people come in by just looking at them and actively listening to the words that come out of their mouths, but also seeing and listening to them, because it's the one thing that a lot of people ask for most.
It was never something that needed to be said. It was just something that was in us, to where all are accepted regardless of their financial or their religion or their skin color or their preferences. I don't think that all nonprofits can say that exactly, but it's in our DNA.
I think the other thing that's become special about the Rainbow Center over the, I don't know how long it's been now, is when we moved into our current space, that we share that space with Oasis, the youth organization. I mean, how wonderful to have under one roof, we can support teenagers all the way up to somebody my age between both the Oasis and Rainbow Center. So I think that's a unique relationship that we have there.
It is amazing that the amount of support that this community provides to those efforts. What I can say as a call to action is there is still work to do. There are still ways in which we can be othered, we can be discriminated against, we can be used politically in negative ways that we continue to need support for. And it's essential that everyone in the queer community and our allies continue to step up and say, this is not okay on our watch, and here's what we need to do, and here's the work we need to continue to make sure everyone is included.